About a decade plus ago, I asked myself one question that people always shy away from. I was sitting in my office in the university as a university lecturer. The office was not the best of offices, though I have another office where I do my consulting, my office in town. Now, this present office is a little dusty, dimly lit office, and my head was full of theories, several degrees to my name, including a PhD, and no clue how to properly translate this potential into power. Then a question rang in my head. What is the ROI of your brilliance? What is the return on investment of your brilliance? You've been a best student, you've done this and that, you have a PhD. What's the return on investment of your brilliance? That question exposed my truth. I knew how to think, but I don't know how to execute. I have several and many ideas in my head, but without execution, intelligence is just an expensive potential. It's hard, but pain can be a portal. I asked that question, very painful, and I followed it up with another question. Why is your intelligence not explicit in your results? In other words, why are your results not showing your intelligence? So I did what I now teach elite performers to do. What did I do? I stopped hiding behind overthinking. I built my first 3-month experiment around this question. The question is, how do the world's highest achievers think? And what makes them act fast and what makes them act effectively? I asked that question. So my students included CEOs, military minds, elite athletes, high-performing founders. In interviewing them and talking to them and working with them, I found out that they didn't have time to waste. They had one thing in common. They thought in frameworks and they executed in sprints. In other words, they're not like people who be there talking from morning to night. They are still, we will do, we will add, later we'll work on it. What I'm waiting for now is for money to drop. Government is owing me some money. This country, let's wait until so years so that this current president will go. When we have another president from our tribe, they don't have time for that. Most people wait to feel ready. High performers engineer readiness. They don't pray for motivation. They create systems that bypass procrastination and give them motivation. They install, the way you install a software, they install decision velocity, emotional precision, they store relentless clarity, they store resilience, they install capacity not to give excuses. So in 12 months, I built a coaching system starting from myself that turned overthinkers into action assassins. What I do every time I have a problem myself, I build products that I administer to myself first. One of the most beautiful products I've ever built is Money Wants Me. That product, revolutionized my life. But back to our discussion. When I started administering this product, this coaching program on myself, everything changed. In fact, it was magical and miraculous. I got invitation from the president. I got invitation from CEOs. I was in the university, I built programs for vice chancellors. The vice chancellors, rectors, provosts will come and stay under my training, and they will say this is the best training they've had all their lives. So I found out that the problem wasn't that I don't have the knowledge. The problem was I wasn't doing. Only doers go to the bank. It's not just thinkers. From high performance thinking to execution, if you have execution without high performance thinking, there's a problem. If you have high performance thinking without execution, there's a problem. That's why I've centered my life around high performance thinking and execution, and that's what I do for my clients. So consultants started doubling their billables as they started attending the program. Executives finally launched that thing they had been sitting on for the past 3 years. The difference was just the mindset and the execution. They stopped trying to be perfect. Like me, I always want everything perfect. I'm a perfectionist. And I don't understand that perfectionism is the other side of inferiority complex. Is what I was using to hide my inferiority complex. So the difference was that they stopped trying to be perfect. They became precise. Now there's a science to this, let me tell you. High performance thinking is about shrinking chaos and expanding clarity. Execution is about movement with calibration. I'm going to repeat that because that's the science behind what I do. High performance thinking is about shrinking chaos and expanding clarity, while execution is about movement with calibration in line with the high performance thinking. So I coach those who already have the degrees, the networks. I coach the smarts. I started coaching those who are doing well already. You see, they don't need hype. They just need a calibrated mind and a ruthless execution map. One of the things I discovered also as I was doing this was I found out that I was doing what I call HELI, H-E-L-I, high energy, low income. So I was selling to the masses. I wasn't selling to those who can afford me. I discovered that it is more difficult to sell a rickety taxi car than to sell a private jet. So I started helping my clients to develop a calibrated mindset and a ruthless execution map. That's what I delivered to them, and they paid me well for it. They were not saying my prices were higher. They were not saying I am charging them much. They just wanted the result. So I kept asking myself, what have I been doing these years with those who can't really afford me? Because those days I was always on the social media. Within these years I was telling you, I wasn't as much on the social media. I knew how to get my people, I knew how to get my clients, I knew how to get who wanted me. Now, if you are the type who others already look up to, but you find out that you are suffering from imposter syndrome. You always think, I'm not good enough. But everybody around you is saying, oh, you are good in this, you are so powerful. In fact, this advice you gave me the other day, did it for me. If you know that you are under leverage, you are sitting on ideas that can shift industries, you are the person I'm talking to. You are tired of almost launching your legacy and you go back 2-3 years, you say, you go back again and you did something, but you know that you can do more. In fact, you are doing work of necessity instead of work of desire. You are tired of just the 9 to 5. You are a C-suite executive, but it's no more doing you. The thing is the executive is no more executing. You are just like everything is routine. You are making money, but you are looking for higher calling. If you are this kind of person, it's high time we should talk. It's high time we started talking, I and you. So, what is the point? I want you to now take the step I take more than a decade plus and saying, I'm resigning from this. I'm no more happy with this. Life is what happened. Why you live? Why should I continue with the job I'm doing? I'm an air gag in the university teaching the younger Warrens. I'm teaching them philosophy. I teach them epistemology, logic. I teach them cosmology, metaphysics. I teach them human nature. I mark scripts. I don't like marking scripts. I don't like awarding marks. I want to teach people and I want to see the mark to be in the product, in the things they've done in the society. That's what I want to do. But I'm here because I need a salary. I'm here because I want to be a professor. I want to put professor in my name. Over time, I ask myself, are you happy? So that's the same question I'm asking you. Are you happy? You watching? Are you happy? If you're not happy, we should talk. So I run a private coaching system called the Precision Machine. The Precision Machine is not for dabblers. The Precision Machine program is for the already excellent who are ready to scale into the elites. The Precision Machine is a program that will give you high performance thinking framework, calibrated execution, and ruthless execution for that matter. And then you unlearn mediocrity. You move into your natural habitat, which is excellence and elites. And there's no other thing I'm going to do than to bring out what you have already. You are like soup. Yes, soup. Fully cooked with every beautiful ingredient in it, but there's no salt. So I give you that. So DM me Engine, ENGINE. DM me Engine, and I will send you details of the program. Remember, the next level of your life is not waiting for more time or money. The next level of your life is not waiting for more resources. The next level of your life is not waiting for more knowledge. It's not waiting for more degrees. It's waiting for you to show up as the version of you who executes without friction, who has calibrated, ruthless execution capability, who understands high performance thinking, and who can take action consistently. Not just intensity, but consistency. Not just, today you are just so gingered up and motivated and you go and do it. No, that's not commitment. That's intensity. Consistency and commitment is you are doing it even when you don't feel like. Yeah? High performance thinking, that's what it does for you. It unlocks this consistency. It unlocks this commitment with a flavor of intensity running all through. So if this spoke to you, wherever you're watching, share, retweet. Someone in your circle may be asking himself, what's the return on investment of my brilliance? All these things I know, all these degrees I have, what's the return on investment on them? The person is feeling stuck and he or she is overthinking into burnout. Help them change that by resharing, by sharing, resharing, by retweeting, by, So, and if you've not subscribed, followed, or liked, I want to encourage you to do that. And comment the question that you asked yourself that changed everything for you. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you.